how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I'm gonna be playing with the new collab between Blend Bunny and Ellis Atlantis. This is Blend Bunny's first collab and I'm so excited. There are so many cool products in this collection and I'm just really excited to share it with you. I think Ellis Atlantis did such a great job. I wasn't aware of who this was before the collab, but I'm so glad that I was able to learn about this creator because they're amazing. Their makeup is just absolutely insane. And I feel like this palette, collection, everything reflects this artist just so perfectly. I am so excited to just dive in. I'm gonna be doing close-ups, swatches, all that good stuff. I'll be creating the look that you see right here. I do also intend on doing another look over on like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts as soon as I'm able to, so stay tuned for that. This collection is launching today, the day that this video is getting uploaded on April 21st at 10 a.m. PST. I will have the launch details down in my description box. And if you would like to, you can use my affiliate code BATTYBEAN to save yourself some money. I appreciate it very much if you use it. I am just so proud of the brand and creator for coming together and creating this collection. I'm so proud of both of you. Congratulations, this is incredible. Before we get into the video itself though, let me just give you my accessory details. This choker and these earrings are from the brand Suki Blade. This ring I got in Colorado, I think, and this ring I got in New York. Just random boutiques I've stumbled upon. Without further ado, let's hop in and talk about these products. I got sent everything except for the lash clusters. So there are like little individual lash clusters you can get as well, but I don't have those to show you, but I do have the rest of the products. So let's dive in. We have the Celestial Cheek Glaze. This is kind of a highlighter blush topper hybrid, just depending on how you use it, depending on what your skin tone is. I'm very pale and it works for me beautifully as like a very wet kind of combination, like blush topper, highlighter. It's just stunning. I'm mesmerized by this. Like my face looks so glossy and I'm obsessed. We have two blush palettes. These are so freaking cool. I just love the packaging. The insides are really awesome. They're two blush trios. We have a warm one and a cool one. We have Lunar Eclipse and Solar Flare. Lunar Eclipse is gonna be kind of your cool toned pinky vibe, and then Solar Flare is gonna be our very like peachy orange situation. I think these are both so pretty. I love Blend Bunny's blush formula and I was so stoked to see that cheek products were part of this collection. And last but not least, we have the Ellis palette. This is huge. It is a literal table. Like this is a coffee table. It's so big. We have 49 shades in here. We have 5 really pretty shimmers, and then all 40 of the rest are various matte tones, everything ranging from light to super deep. We have cool tones, warm tones, we have weird undertones. I am really excited about it. It is a rainbow palette. Blend Bunny has done rainbow palettes in the past, but I do feel like this has different undertones than we don't have already. Fills in kind of gaps of other palettes. I, for one, love having lots of different undertone options for things, so I think this is really cool. Again, I think it stays really true to the creator that helped collab on this palette, and this also is very on brand for Blend Bunny as well. And I've shouted her out before, and I will shout her out again. Deandra Nicole on Instagram, I'll have her account linked down below. She posted some really helpful swatch comparisons compared to some other Blend Bunny shades. If you're interested in this palette and you're curious about how these differentiate between other Blend Bunny palettes, because I totally recognize that it is a rainbow palette, but it's definitely not the same rainbow palette. But it's just up to you on how much difference you need with your eyeshadows, you know? But anyway, I will get into my thoughts so far on the collection at the end of the video, but for now, let's just hop in and create this look. Hello! I am so excited to dive into this collection. So many pretty colors. I have such a firm idea in my head of like what I want to do today. So let's get into it. The blush palette I want to use for this look is this one, the Lunar Eclipse palette. I'm really feeling the cool tones today, and this is just so stunning. And I kind of want to use all 3. Like, let's start with the lightest one, like really blush it up, add a little bit of the medium and then a little bit of the deep. Like, let's do a little bit of a gradient. Why not? I'm gonna use my Sigma F40 because it's my favorite blush brush. And I'm gonna start with 0, the lightest little pink. And I'm just gonna start really loading this up. Just get it nice and blown out and blended really all over my cheek. Like, I do like it more focused in the outer part, but I'm gonna take it kind of up toward my like temple, all over. Well, that's cute even on its own. I don't hate that. I feel like if you are into the cool toned pink blush trend, this is probably gonna be your ultimate palette. Add her just a little bit on the nose, just a smidgen. Cute. Let's take Crescent now, the medium toned one. I actually feel like I have a lot. I'm gonna knock that off. And let's start building this just a little bit deeper in the outer part of my blushy situation. Like still in the upper cheekbone toward the temple. I'm just not taking it like in as far. And I just want it to kind of blend into that light pink. Ooh, this is flowing nicely. Cute, cute, cute. I love Blend Bunny's first blush palettes they came out with. I just feel like these collab ones are gonna be the perfect addition to what I already own. I like this one. I have a feeling this medium toned pink is the one I'm gonna use the most. It's really, really pretty. I mean, really, I like the combination of both. And again, just a little scattering of it across the nose. And last, I'm gonna take the tiniest bit of Eclipse. Like I dabbed in just the littlest bit. And I just want this just kind of like right there is where I'm gonna like place the majority of it. I'll even just go ahead and do that to the other side just to knock some of that product off. And then I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth between both sides and just blend this out. That is so pigmented and pretty. When I tell you I went in with the lightest amount, I am not exaggerating. Ooh, that is nice. I'll just use the leftover that's on my brush just to gather on my nose as well. That is really, really pretty. Like obviously you could wear all of these by themselves, but I feel like the buildup of all three is just really pretty and dimensional on the cheeks. Cute, cute, cute. I really like that. I'm just gonna add some fake freckles really quick with my Nabla freckle pen before I go in with the highlight. All right, feeling good now. Let's move on to the highlighter, Celestial. This is so, so pretty. And it's partly why I picked the cool tone blushes today. Like I do want to do a cool tone look on my eyes, but I just feel like this blush and highlight are meant to be together. This is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Are you actually kidding me right now? That is so glossy and pretty. I think I'm gonna reach for this a lot. Like even just to like, for something quick, like slather a little on my eyes, slather a little on my cheeks, throw on some mascara, and I'll be a cute sparkly pink queen. Put on the nose. I love that. Wow. I'll be honest, I thought the blush palettes were gonna be my favorite part of the collection, but maybe it's this highlighty guy, because it's like such a perfect like highlighter blush topper fusion. That's delicious. I want to swim in it. But now let's move on to the eyes. I do have a little bit of mascara on already because I wore just mascara all day today and now I'm here filming. Wasn't even planning on filming today. I just kind of got the urge. So here I am. But I'm going to prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer. To start with, I'm just going to slather this on and blend it out. All right, here's our giant palette here. We're going to dive in. I am so inspired by the silver shimmer in here. Definitely want that on my lid, like no ifs, ands, or buts. And then I want to do a combination of like blue into purple into pink, maybe a pop of like something up here for the inner corner, something like that. But I do think I want to start with Sensory. That's just going to be kind of my lightest shade that I use. I'm going to use a Sigma E49 brush, and I am going to be doing a cut crease today, but I want to start by just, well, I guess I'm doing like a half cut crease. Or do I want a full cut crease? Maybe I want a full cut crease actually. I don't do that very often. So I'm just gonna start by running this all up in my crease. It doesn't really matter if something gets on my lid or not because it's not gonna stay that way. But I am gonna try to avoid my lid as much as possible. So I'm just going inner to outer corner and kind of flicking it upward. Just going toward the brow. I also want to go ahead and just put some of this against that lower lash line because I am just going to have a really smoky lower lash going on. All right, let's start deepening things up. I want to take Nebula, such a beautiful, yummy, rich blue. I'm going to use my E36 from Sigma. It's just really long, really fluffy. So I'm just going to go deep in that crease, holding the very end of my brush so that I'm not using a ton of pressure. And I'm just gonna kind of follow that like crease shape, kind of very lightly going back and forth, going slightly more in, slightly more out as I keep working with the product. Wow, this is so pigmented. I simply won't need to dip in again. This is plenty. Oh, that's stunning. And I'm just gonna drag it up toward the tail of my brow. Well, that's perfect. Holy cow. And again, I'm also gonna take this just against those lashes on that lower lash line, just to start adding that depth in there. I'm like feeling like a superhero right now, and I really like it. I wanna take a purple now. I wanna use this one here, Presence. I'm gonna use this brush, the E24 from Sigma, just like a slightly thicker, little denser, but still small blending brush. And I'm gonna do exactly what I just did, just starting to help buff out that blue to get a little bit of a gradient, because I want there to be a little bit of a purple, a little bit of a blue, a little bit of a pink. I'm also gonna be wiping my brush off periodically so that it stays clean and then re-dipping in. And again, I'm just using very light strokes, very light pressure, very little bits of product at a time, just to start softening that vibe just a little bit. We still want it to be crispy, but we want it to be like blended and crispy, you know? Don't want it to look sloppy. And I will do again the same thing to that lower lash line, just starting to really blend that line down here. And then I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit more sensory, that light pink on our first brush, just to blend at the edges. This is just beautiful to work with, and that's exactly what I expected, because Blend Bunny shadows just blend like freaking butter, especially with all these tones that flow so well. It's so easy breezy to work with. Add a little bit, especially to the front down here, so I feel like I want the front of that lower lash line just a little bit more blurred, and then I'll kind of just drag it as I finish that lower lash. And then I am feeling like I want just a smidgen of black, so I'm gonna take the Void. I'm gonna use the Sigma E30. It's like a very pointy pencil brush, and I just want to focus this very lightly, very deep in that crease. I'm using the tiniest touch, so I don't want this black to take over, but I do just want it to add a little bit more depth, especially when I cut this crease. Just kind of lightly drawing that in. Kind of like that. It just adds a little bit of something, and then when I blend it out, it just gives that little extra oomph. And then again, same with that lower lash. I'm gonna focus it mostly in the outer half though. Kind of like that. And then kind of just going down the line with my previous brushes, I'm gonna start with the brush that I used with that blue. And again, very light touch. I didn't even grab any more product. I'm just going to help start smudging that line out a little bit more. Again, I want it to be bold and I want it to be crispy, but I just want there to be a little bit of a blend going on. And again, I will touch up that lower lash line as well. And my brush that I used with the purple, just kind of doing the same thing. Just making sure everything is blendy. And just one last go with that pink for one final swoosh, blending everything together. Now I just want silver explosion everywhere. I'm gonna take my NYX glitter primer. I use a glitter primer with every shimmer ever, and especially for doing like a cut crease, I wanna make sure I can get this base really sticky and help kind of carve out where I want my shimmer to be. So this is a Lethal 225 brush, and I just have a little bit of that product, and I'm just gonna kind of trace where I want that shadow to be. I'm kind of following the natural roundness of my eyeball and kind of just lightly tracing my line here. And that silver is pretty pigmented, so it's gonna really cover all this up really nicely. And then taking Engineer. I love this shade. The way I gasped the first time I swatched it, it is just unfreaking real. Ooh, it's like liquid metal. That is so pretty. So I'm just taking this right up against the cut. I want this to follow that cut crease, and I just want it to be really, really precise and crisp. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Oh, I love it so much. And then because I'm impatient and I just want it slathered everywhere, I'm just gonna take my finger and just start turning my entire eyelid into the Tin Man. Ooh, yes. Oh, it's so sparkly, it's so pretty. I literally feel like a superhero, or maybe a supervillain at this point. And as I'm getting out here, I'm just gonna take my fluffy brush that I used with the pink, no additional product or anything, and I'm just gonna kind of fluff at the edge of that silver, just so it kind of all fades out, just like toward my blush, toward the highlighter. That is so pretty. I think this is so cool, but you know what would be even cooler? If we have a weird pop of color in the inner corner, and I'm feeling Specimen. I just think that's gonna add a weird alien aspect to this, and I have to do it. I'm gonna use my Lethal 215 brush. Very lightly at first, very lightly. Oh yeah, that was a great idea. Leave it to me to turn something into a Beetlejuice look unintentionally. Oh, this is so cool. I think I do want to layer just a smidgen of Cosmic over top, just to kind of combine the two, because I feel like it's almost a little too green. Oh yeah, that combo is like perfect. The two colors mixed together. That's exactly what I needed it to be. And then maybe a little bit of Supernova on top of that. I just can't seem to stop layering stuff in this look. It's just so pretty. That is pretty cool. That is pretty fun. I'm gonna finish this look up now. I'm gonna throw my lashes and eye pencil, something on my lips, and I'll be back. I love how this look came out so much. I think it's so cool. I love this combination of colors. I'm obsessed with the silver shimmer. It's definitely the star of the show. It's so cool. Love the heavy pink cheeks. It is just such a fun vibe. These lashes are Flutter from Bright Lashes. The eye pencil I went with is Platinum from NYX. I just felt like a wet silver eye pencil fit the look nicely. And then the purple lip to kind of match the look is Siren Lip Clay from Kaleidos. But I love this. I think it came out so cool. I guess we should zoom out and I'll give you my thoughts so far. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching my video. I had a lot of fun playing with these products. I feel so cool, so pretty. I wish I had plans tonight, but alas I don't. So I'm gonna be looking really super villainish while I read my little book. Let's talk about these products. I'm so impressed with the Celestial Cheek Glaze. I think it's just so pretty. I just cannot get over how gorgeous it looks on my cheeks. It's so sparkly yet smooth. It's glossy. It's just incredible. I think I'm gonna reach for this a lot for not only my face, but even just slather on my eyes. The blush palettes, I'm so excited about the blush palettes. I don't know if the blush palettes are my favorite part or if that cheek glaze is my favorite part, but the cheek products, I'm just so stoked about for sure. Obviously the one I used today was the pink one, and I'm just so happy. I'm so happy with how my face looks. I think it looks so cute. I'm excited to dive into it more. And I think this one is gonna be my staple all summer long. It's hot. It's fiery, it's cutesy. I love how I have like a soft peach, but I also have really bold, bright shades. It's just so cool. I think these blush trios were really, really well done, and I just can't get over the packaging. And of course, we have the Giant palette. I had so much fun playing with this. I feel like you can do everything in the world with this palette. You have every option. I feel like this is the perfect palette if you're a working makeup artist, or maybe you're someone in drag or theater or anything where you need to have every shadow accessible at one time. Like, this is it. You have all the undertones, all the different levels of light and dark. You have only 5 shimmers, but I feel like these are such effective 5 shimmers that you can really pair these around all these other colors, and it's just gonna be so cool, you know? And as far as like, do you need this palette if you already have the other Blend Bunny palettes? That's up to you. Like I said, go check out Deandra Nicole if you need some swatch comparisons with things, because she just does such a great job with that. But it's just up to you. Do you need all these different undertones? Is that something that adds value to you in your collection? I'm happy to add this to my collection, but I can't tell you if you need it in yours. Like, if you don't think you need another rainbow palette, then you don't, and you can just enjoy the cheek products. Or if you're someone who loves every variant of every color in the rainbow, then this is gonna be for you. Or maybe you've never had a rainbow palette in your collection and this could be your first one. I think this would be perfect if you don't have any other rainbow palettes, because it's just gonna give you so many options. I like that it has weird grungy tones, but it still follows that classic rainbow, just with a twist, you know? I think that Blend Bunny and the creator did a great job. I'm really happy to see this collection as a whole, and I'm just excited to play with it more. Again, a huge congratulations to Ellis Atlantis and Blend Bunny for coming together to creating all of this. I am gonna be wearing the cheek products specifically nonstop for sure. And this silver shimmer, this is gonna live in my head rent-free forever. If you made it to the end of this video, leave some moon and star emojis because I feel like that fits the aesthetic. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm BATTYBEAN there as well. You can also subscribe. I'm posting most days over here. And if you want, you can join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only video once a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.